stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me before the game he loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Tigers' offense comes onto the field first today. The last time these two clashed in the Iron Bowl, it was the Tide winning a Classic.
And the Tide have done a great job in recent history of owning Auburn, doing a great job of winning this series. But they respect them every single. They know they won last year, but every year there's a healthy level of respect for this Auburn Tiger team.
Yeah, and I think back to last year's game. For Alabama, it was their best players making the big plays late in the game. And this game this year is littered with game changers on both sidelines. Both Auburn and Alabama have the guys that can break this game wide open. So we're going to see a great one here.
Brown will throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Trying to make one miss. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And we get a look at Ryan Williams. And what a treat to see a couple of pass catchers like this, each taking their shot to make big plays. Caught in the backfield, it's Rodgers. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Rzsl. Look out! He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job.
Throw to the end zone. Picked off. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The run inside. It's Cobb. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team. And they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Rzsl on play action. Left side is full. There he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throwing Rzsl. It's complete on the right side. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Straight ahead, it's Riley. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Good, strong tackle.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Rzsl from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Brown wants to pass. Lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Rzsl throws to the tight end, and they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Looking for room. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They want to get this defense on its heels. Brown will throw it. Right side, it's Johnson. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field for a big...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! Extra point here will tie the game.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback signaling to his guys. They go play action with Rzsl. Under pressure. And they got him. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Rzsl fires downfield. Out wide right, it's Jenkins. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, the ground game. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state. Like, fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Throwing Rzsl. Rush is on. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Rzsl. They're all over it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Out wide left, it's Rodgers. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Keeps it himself. He'll pitch it. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Left side is Hill. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Hits inside, it's Cobb. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. And the Tigers want to move quickly.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. First and 10. Brown wants to pass. Rush right in his face. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Second and long here. Motion from the wide receiver. Running inside. It's Cobb. Gain of 8. It's now 3rd and 2. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Drives inside. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to...
Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. He's taking the shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Again, it's Rzsl. Trying to make magic with his feet. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sees a crease. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Rzsl. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
And he gets rid of it.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
It is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. On the board. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, it's Cobb, driven back.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Brown will throw it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Rzsl on play action. Fires deep for the end zone. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incomplete.
Unleashes one deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it.
Fires toward the end zone. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. They'll take the penalty and move them back. There's no real good spot on the field for a roughing the kicker penalty, but I'd say putting the offense in the red zone is extra bad. The handoff. Runs through the tackle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Look out! But a little time, lets it go. Touchdown tie! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Quick give. It's Cobb. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Auburn calls it second of 3 timeouts. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fires on the move. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Brown wants to pass. Right side, it's Johnson. Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall in the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Slings it downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Auburn sends out the punting unit.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. And he'll bring it back. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. What do they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Guys, here to start the third quarter of the Iron Bowl. It is electric down here. Auburn has taken the lead in this game, and as you know, these Auburn fans are dying for a win in this series. It has been all Crimson Tide in the last few years, but Auburn with the lead and the momentum. We'll see if they can keep it here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They'll run him again. Run ends there.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Rzsl looking to the big tight end. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Brown will throw it. Quick catch. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He's piled up 65 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. Hands it off. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That is a big man in the middle of this 3-4 defense. Over 300 pounds. Look at him just completely cave in the center right back into the QB.
Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Got him on the RPO. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Push it ahead. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Right back to the well. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Brown wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Cobb. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll look to pin him deep. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Drama has been drained out of this game, but not so for the playoff race. Let's take a look at the projected playoff bracket here in Week 13, and not much time to shore up that resume. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Turns it upfield. Turning it on! Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the 4th quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He now has 79 yards rushing in this one. Then striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. 2nd and inch is a really good time to take a shot. Just feeds the running back. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Trying the left side. Dropped immediately. On first down.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
He's changing the play. Mack from the gun on 3rd down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Plows his way ahead. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They'll go with Washington. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Singleton. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On play action. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Brown will throw it. Out wide left, it's Johnson. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tight end now in motion. Going to the run, it's Cobb. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
The handoff, keep working on that clock.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Rides to the back. Got the 1st down, and he's brought down after a nice gain. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with the lone back. Defense all over him.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
They'll ride him again. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul.
You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. Line getting set on second down. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Third and long coming up.
Blue 22.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. The latest edition of this in-state passion play.